Have you seen that website that's like joebiden.info or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. Have you seen it, Taylor?
No, I haven't.
All right, well, we gotta look at that next.
It's joebiden.info.
I think so.
That
Yep.
sounds right.
Biden 2020. Uncle Joe is back and ready to take a hands-on approach to America's problems. Joe Biden has a good feel for the American people and knows exactly what they really want deep down. He's happy to open up and reveal himself to voters and will give a pounding to anybody who gets in his way. That's hilarious. That's so fucking funny because it looks official.
It does.
And if you scroll down to like the bank,
Oh,
of
it's just a bunch of gifs.
Dude, before I read the words, I was like, this isn't a joke. This is fine. And but then you get to it. Yeah.
Oh, that the funniest one is that little redhead girl who's like,
Dude, have you
inching
read
her
the
way
quotes?
away.
I promise you, the president has a big stick. Joe Biden, 2012.
What else has he got?
Dude.
Against gay marriage.
Oh my God! Look at these gifts, dude. Like you said, this one's the best one. I've looked at them all in concentrated on them.
Oh, look at the third one.
Yeah.
Which one's?
It's the one where he's like petting this girl right here. Like
Oh,
the
it's
normal place
so
to
dirty.
touch a kid.
Look at the bottom right one, the one that's like road to the White House, and he shakes this woman's hand who's very cute, and then he goes for like the little chin grab thing, like, "Oh, aren't you a little doll?" And she recoils
Yeah, she
as a
doesn't
normal.
like it.
She's like, "Ah." And then bottom left, when he kisses this little child being held by her father, and she is. This is what it looks like when you like poke a dove with a knitting needle. Like if a baby dove were in its nest and you kept poking it with a knitting needle, it'd go. Like it's she's pulling her little.
You know
hand
what's
up.
cool though about all this is that the fact that he goes in for 2 to 5 kisses.
I think
in
it's
all of
3.
these
It's on a
gifts
loop. It's hard to be positive, but I
is the
think it's
fact
3.
That he can tell that these people aren't appreciating it, these girls and women, but that doesn't stop.
Wait,
Joe
counterpoint.
Biden.
Biker chick, bottom picture in the middle, totally digging it.
Yeah, it's her husband who's not digging it.
Look at the 2 men who are like, look at this creepy ass fuck.
Oh, that's actually a
didn't-
good point. Yeah, the husband. I think the husband and son are not happy.
If Joe Biden showed up at the Woodworth estate and was like, "Hey, oh Jackie," and then he like sat down and like pulled your wife onto his leg and tried to like give her a little chin touch, Joe Biden would no longer be running in the
That's the
presidency
weirdest
because
part to me.
You would kill him.
All these guys get cucked by him, and I'm like, are they just too polite? Are they just like they don't say or
Definitely.
do anything?
You can't like berate somebody that powerful in public.
Or what? Like, I don't
You
know.
end up Clintonized.
Yeah.
All right. Now scroll down a little more to Joe's legislative accomplishments, and look, I'm sure there's some people who would look at the gifts and be like, come on, that's just 8 instances that he was creepy.
8
over a lifetime of
Did you
being in
miss
front of
the
camera.
second batch of 6?
There's like 40-minute YouTube compilations.
Baker's
of this.
dozen of Uncle Joe being a little creepy. I can get past it. Hey, Donald Trump claimed to have touched a pussy one time, all right? I heard him say it with his own mouth.
And they let me do it.
They let
you
me
do whatever
do
you
it.
want when you're powerful.
You're a star.
But
Now,
that guy Joe Biden, my goodness, he's got balls.
Dude, that would be the funniest approach. is
Even if
Trump's
you're a
like,
star, the kids say no.
The problem with Biden is he's still pushing for the kids. The kids have no idea the power he holds. My tip
Kyle,
to Mr. Joe.
Are you
go
on
for
From
adult
Ukraine
women.
with Love? Is that where I'm supposed to be showing
No,
people?
I'm on his legislative accomplishments.
Yeah, if you scroll
in
down.
he was
I
against
might
gay
have gone
marriage.
too low.
In 1996, Joe Biden voted for the
Oh,
Defense
here
of
we are.
Marriage Act, which defined marriages between a man and a woman. This also prevented states from recognizing same-sex marriages. He was for mass incarceration and the 3 strikes you're out policy in 94 that resulted in many people spending life sentences in jail for minor crimes. It was nicknamed the Biden Bill. He was against abortion rights. In 82, he voted for a constitutional amendment which would have allowed states to overturn Roe v. Wade, the Supreme Court decision which legalized abortion. He was for the death penalty and harsh drug sentences, including civil asset forfeiture without a conviction and imposing death penalty for drug-related murders. He was for the Iraq War. He voted for the resolution.
All of those fuckers were for the Iraq
All
War.
right, well, I'm just adding it to the other half dozen, just like the creepy pictures. And the Iraq War, which, and then they talk about the Iraq War. He was against school busing. In the 70s, he stated that I have become convinced that busing is a bankrupt concept. He actively worked to oppose busing as a way to desegregate schools. He even wrote letters seeking the support of people who thought that schools should be segregated by race.
Some of this stuff, I wonder if it's true. Some of the stuff I know to be true, right? Like I was paying attention to politics at the time. Stuff like trying to overturn Roe v. Wade ish, letting the states do it. I'm like, really? I wonder if that's on target.
Dude, this side is hilarious.
But yeah, and
Well, there's a source linked.
oh, that's a good point. He opened up his. Oh, it's the New York Times too. It's a pretty solid source. He opened up his campaign with like an apology tour for all the legislation that he got wrong. Like they all do, yeah. But,
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
You know, the pandering of the past often doesn't match the pandering of the present.
He's literally cupping this girl's breast. I mean, there's no other way
that
you can
little
define
girl
this.
with the black shirt on.
There's no
Yeah,
no
that's
way you
fucking
cannot
weird.
say that he is grabbing this little girl's prepubescent nipple. Like
he's
does she have like a red skirt on? Which
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
and she's clearly trying to get away from it. It makes her uncomfortable.
And like watch the beginning of that gif. This is awesome because it's a dual grope. He's trying to kiss that woman as he's groping their daughter.
Yeah.
Man, this is actually that's not ideal.
Yeah.
That's not good. You know, they're not gonna if they run Biden, he might do all right, but like you're gonna lose all the Bernie bros.
One thing that bothers me about Biden, it bothers me about Trump too. I heard him speak recently, and he has this thing that impacts people in their 70s. Like he's slurring, he has too much saliva in his mouth. Everything just sounds like, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Did he just recently get new teeth?
He sounded awful, and I'm just like, you can't run this. I never get this word right. Septuagenarian. You can't run a septuagenarian. I'm not down for it. I don't want it. I don't want our septuagenarian going against their septuagenarian. The only choice you have is which nearly dead candidate you're choosing. Look
know how they have a
closely at the
minimum
vice
age?
president.
Like of 35.
Mhm.
They should have a maximum age as well.
Oh shit.
Like you shouldn't be able to run if you're 80 years old.
What about a weight limit?
Unless you made it into the
A
presidency
BMI.
beforehand.
Oh,
Oh,
what if
that's-
Hillary didn't make the BMI though?
Dude, if
Hillary's.
Hillary didn't make it, fucking Trump wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who struggles more, Hillary or Trump with the BMI?
But with
They're-
BMI,
I would-
I don't know.
I
She's
would
like
guess they're
5'4" or
both-
something.
I would guess they're both about the same BMI.
Also, it
Hillary's
should be
like-
different for women. It just should be.
Should it? It's BMI, not body fat content percentage.
Maybe I don't understand BMI, but I thought women carried a higher BMI.
Well, but they have different scales for it. So like
Yeah.
the range for overweight for men is different than the range for overweight for women
Yeah, it
because of that
accounts.
body.
But I think that the
fat
number is different. See, I think that's what I'm saying. It should be different for women. They should have their own
yeah,
scale.
it already is. So like
Well,
let's say
yeah,
the disqualifying BMI for a man was 35 or
Right.
something. Then for a woman it would be 37.
Right,
I
that's
don't
what
know
I'm
the
saying.
exact-
Yeah. No, it for a second it almost sounded like by the time it gets to the number, it's already sorted out. But no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they would both struggle because I would guess, I don't know, but I would guess she's 5'4", 145, and he's 6'2", 240.
Funny point though. They would
He's
both
not
struggle.
240.
240.
I'm talking during the election.
That is a
No
260
way.
pound man.
I'm talking
Yeah.
during the election. Well, if he was 260 during the election, what is he, 300 now?
If he was,
He
I think
might-
he
he
was
might be
260 during the
300.
election. I bet he's
Come
270
on.
now, 275.
You don't think he's 300?
We
Have you
know
seen him in the
people who- Look,
No, yeah, 300 is too high,
look
but
at the
he's
chat.
definitely
Uh,
past 250.
A lot of it's how tall he is.
Yeah, but that's like into the equation.
I mean, come
In
on,
BMI
look,
it is, but we're talking about his weight. So
But look what I wrote in the chat. Like, come on, like he's not that big.
but he's
Look. That's an overweight man. I'm with you 100%. But that's not 300 pounds.
Look at that fucking gullet.
Yeah, he's 70 fucking years old.
He's fat.
yeah. Shouldn't he be getting thin again?
I mean, it's not like look. One argument against this thing we're doing right now. What's he doing right there in that picture? Right,
Golfing.
he's out there playing a sport. You know, I wonder if he rides the cart.
Do you really
yeah.
wonder that?
Do you really wonder that? That's the greatest question. Yeah, I'm confident he rides the cart. Plus, I read he does. I read
Dude, if there were a sudden thing where it's like, all right, I'm still gonna golf just as much as I used to.
It's probably
not using
true.
the cart. Definitely not using the cart.
If
he
you
would
didn't use the
show back
cart.
up, he'd be losing weight so quickly. That would be so funny.
Because you do 18 holes of golf, I bet that's like a couple miles easy.
It's got
Yeah, but
it
he's not
counts for
walking it.
something. Yeah, I do think he's taking. I think I even read that he's possessive about the driver's seat.
Interesting.
I mean,
heard he's a
I
good
am
golfer
too because it's fun to drive.
I'm
to
not.
drive
I
a
like
golf
it when
cart.
Colin drives. Like I
I
like it when he
like
drives.
I heard he's quite a good golfer.
I've heard that too. I mean,
You can't be
I've heard he's
shit and
very
play
good.
with Tiger Woods.
He's like a
you have to-
scratch golfer, I think.
Yeah.
No,
I bet he's like a 3 or 4 handicap or something.
I heard he was
I've
better
read
than
that he's a good golfer. I've read that. I've also read he's an insane cheater and that his scores are dumb. Like he's a scratch golfer, but he's really like a 9 golfer. And a 9 is good. It's not something you should be ashamed of, especially if you're over 70. But he has to lie and act like he's a scratch golfer, and that's consistent with everything
I
about
don't
Trump.
fucking know. I don't know. Frankly, I don't care how good of a golfer he is. Golf is boring, and I hate it.
Never saw him grope an
Saving it-
underage girl.
Saving it for my old age.
Yes.
Yeah. Biden's not the guy. I hope that because I'm down for a Democrat to win this thing. I really am. Like don't think that I'm some like rah red team guy here. Like I think that it'd be good if a Democrat won, but don't hang your flag on Biden for all the reasons that I just read on that joke website, which are all true, unfortunately. And all those gifts are creepy. They honestly are creepy.
The
They
gifts are creepy. But
If
do you
that was
think
any
that-
of our loved ones, if any of those
yeah.
children were our loved ones, we would have a very sour opinion about Joe Biden that we don't have because it's separated by the internet and a third party, and he's a famous rich man who's world renowned or whatever. If that was your niece, your daughter, your cousin, your sister, you'd be like, Joe Biden's a creepy motherfucker. Do you see what he did to my sister? She was 11. She was 11. You know what she said when she got home? I don't ever want to go back there again. That was my shining moment. I was being awarded for my work in economics or for my Nobel Prize, and I had to sit there and watch while Joe Biden, while I was cuckolded, my daughter was groped and my wife was smooched on and sniffed.
I wish just one of those gifts was the dad batting his hand off his daughter's 6-year-old daughter's breast and being like, "What the fuck? What the living fuck? You just grabbed her boob." Just smacking it down and let that gift play in eternity.
I want to see him grow up.
Oh, you broke all the blood vessels in my old car.